All right, Pisces, I need to do a quick channeled message, mainly because my physical symptoms for this channeled message is becoming overwhelming. So I was actually in the process of packing orders, and I felt like my throat started to close up, and it's starting to do it again. Someone needs to speak a truth to you, and I feel like this is a truth that they've been trying to avoid. I feel like someone's throat chakra is blocked, okay? I literally feel like something is stuck in my throat. And as I went to go say this, I looked at my washer and it had 30 minutes left on the cycle. And I was like, okay, this person's gonna speak a truth by the end of December. So if this is your reading and you do not get this truth by December, this is not your reading, okay? If this is your reading, you are going to hear a truth. You're going to find the truth out, is what I'm feeling. Because my throat just quit. Y'all, when I tell you I thought I was having an allergic reaction, I'm not kidding. Okay, let me see what this truth consists of. So someone's going to speak a truth. Someone whose throat has the tendency to be blocked. Again, I feel like this person's been trying to avoid giving you this truth. What is this truth? What is this truth? What is this truth? Yeah. This is something or someone you've turned your back on. You know, this could be like a job that's going to come back in and ask for you to come back and work for them. This could be a person. 8 of Wands in the reverse. That's what I'm getting. You don't see something for what it actually is because it's been an illusion. Okay. Everything that's been happening today is kind of coming together. This morning, we were watching the movie Now You See Me, mainly because there's a new one that come out called Now You See Me, Now You Don't. That movie is about magic tricks. It's an illusion that happens right before your eyes where you think you know what's happening, but you don't. And you're going to see the truth. You're going to find out the truth. This is something you've turned your back on. This is something or someone that you've given up on. And what you don't know or what you don't see is that they're ready to speak a truth, or they can no longer hold back the truth. Because I literally felt like my throat was closing up. And as I was telling someone before I come to do this reading, I was like, I've got to get this reading done. I've got to get this reading done. I feel like my throat is closing up. I feel like I can't focus. I've got to go do this. That's what I'm getting. It's like, okay, can I have more? So we know you're going to get some sort of conversation or clarity. And you need to have some sort of strength and courage. Okay, so I feel like Spirit is telling you to listen. There's going to be a truth coming out where you might have to have the strength and the courage to listen or to gain the information that you're seeking. So, you know, this could be something as simple as you decide to go out to eat with someone you ain't seen in a long time. It was an impulsive choice. As you're going to eat with them, you're going to find out maybe a message of good news, but also a message of truth. Hey, the truth is that you haven't been seeing something clearly. Okay, now the person who's wanting to speak this truth, why do they feel that you need to know this? So, again, you've been in the dark, but you're not going to be in the dark much longer. Something's about to come out. Something's about to be revealed to you. This is going to be a truth. Now, this could be someone telling you something. This could be someone coming forth and saying, I did this because I wanted to make you feel jealous. I did this because I wanted you to do this. I did that. Somebody could be coming forth and coming clean and telling you a truth. The truth is this. The truth is that. And you might have to have the strength and the courage to hear them out or to listen to what they have to say. Because again, it's an energy, I've turned my back on this. I don't care about this job. I don't care about this relationship. This could have also been an energy of this is taking too long with the Knight of Pentacles. It could have been something that could have been stable and secure, but maybe it took too long. Yes, somebody's about to speak some sort of regret or some sense of sadness. My throat. Maybe this is something that they don't want to admit to their own self. This could be a job where a coworker is going to meet with you and say, you know, I was talking to our manager the other day and they said that they really regret letting you leave, letting you quit, letting you go. This could be something like that. And that could be a truth that you actually never thought was going to come. Can I get a little bit more, because my throat's starting to close up again? My throat is starting to close again. Yeah. Okay, so they're telling me that this is not a path that you will be choosing. So what does that mean? You have no horse in this race. This is not a truth that you will be giving. This is not something that you will be doing. This is something coming towards you. I don't want to say that you didn't do any wrong in this situation, because let's be honest, let's be real, Pisces, you're not perfect. However, this is an energy of you were wrongfully let go from a company. You were wrongfully fired. You got sick and tired of being sick and tired and you walked away. And this could be the moment where you finally hear something that you want to hear. It's a little bit of like, I got a wish fulfilled, but it's bittersweet. I'm glad that they regret letting me go. But in the same sense, that doesn't mean that I want to be back at that company. There is going to be some sort of like wish coming true. I've always wanted to hear you speak this truth. I've always wanted to hear the truth from your mouth. I've always wanted to see this side of you. There's going to be something like that happening. Yeah. Okay. Why is this happening? Because it's time for confusion and illusion to be lifted. It's time for illusion to be lifted. Okay. What should you do when this truth comes out? Oh, I see two sides of you coming forth. So this is either going to be a discussion in a group of people, because I do see that this could be a group that you were maybe wrongfully terminated from. This could be like a board that they're trying to get you kicked off of. This could be, I don't know, something of that sort, where it's like, you guys kicked me out of the group, but now you want me a part of the group. And you might have to... Again, I don't want to say that you might have to, but it's an energy of, let's say that you were wrongfully kicked out of a group. You were wrongfully fired. You were wrongfully let go of. Or maybe this is something you walked away from because you got tired of being sad and disappointed. This could be someone or something where you were like, you know what? Now that I look at it, how is this my happiness? This job makes me miserable. This person makes me miserable. So this could be something you wiped your hands from and was like, I'm done. We're Gucci over here. This could be the moment, though, that you go out to eat with someone who, you know, maybe they're still in that group. And this is going to be the moment when you hear, you know, the other day there was a discussion about how we shouldn't have let you go from this golf group. We actually miss you being a part of the team. And this could be kind of like a lesson learned, where if you want to meet back with that group and see if you want to become part of the board of directors or you want to be a part of the group again, you can. Because this confusion and illusion is going to be lifted. And again, this could be something where it's like, well, you know, I wanted this conversation to happen 9 weeks after you guys kind of pushed me out of the group. But it has been a minute. And I've wanted to be a part of the group again, but in the same sense, do I want to be a part of the group again? So there's going to actually be an opportunity for you to be a part of something that you might already have been a part of. Yeah, 4 of Cups. But you might not be content with it, is what I'm saying. Listen to your intuition. There could be a lot of fighting going on behind the scenes if this is a group. There could be a lot of fighting going on behind the scenes if this is a group. Because there could be a disconnectedness. So if this is a group of like friends, it's an energy of, why do we keep pushing people out? And then when we push them out, we want them back in. This could be people arguing in the group, saying, you know what, we should have never banned so-and-so from the group. I told you guys it wasn't a good idea. You guys got up in your feelings, and then we got rid of so-and-so, and now they're not a part of our group anymore, and this is ridiculous. There could be a lot of arguments going on. that's then going to lead to this truth. So I don't think that this necessarily is you. I think this has to do with you, is what I'm saying. And then that's going to lead to a truth, which is going to be a message of good news for you. Good news, we miss you being a part of the group. Good news, I wish I would have never walked away. Good news, I regret this. But just because something is good news doesn't mean that you want it, with the Four of Cups. So there could be a part of you questioning if you want this anymore. Five of Wands. Because again, this could have been the kind of job where it was a lot of fighting, a lot of arguments. You could have been the scapegoat. You could have been the person where it was like you were the problem, you were the problem, you were the problem. And now that you're not there anymore, it's like, oh my God, we missed the person that we used to think was the problem. Now you're not the problem. And there could be a question of whether or not you want to involve yourself back into this group or this dynamic, because you could feel like, have you ever been a part of a group where when you're in the group, it's like you're the bad guy, you're the bad guy, you're the bad guy. And once you're out of the group, other people are the bad guy, and then they want you back in because it's like, well, you were never the problem. And it's like, yeah, but you guys have the tendency that when I'm back in the group, I am the problem. So I don't really know if I want to be a part of this. That's what I'm saying. So I do feel like Spirit is telling you, just be careful where you're putting your energy and your effort, because I am saying that if you're wanting, you know, if you want validation, you're going to get it here. But I'm definitely seeing an energy of high, low, lows. So when you get back in the group or when you come back into the company, you might be the best thing since sliced bread. But then after 4 months, it's like, okay, you're the bad guy again. That's kind of what I'm saying. So Spirit is telling you that you are going to get some sort of truth. Whether or not you want to be involved is up to you. Now, again, this could be a person. This could be a person coming in and telling you some sort of truth. A truth around the fact that maybe they were discontent with you and the connection, and instead of speaking to you about it, they allowed you guys to fight, or they never. This could have been the lover that when you wanted to rest conflict, they wanted to lean into conflict because it's an energy of, I'm mad at you, so I want you to pay. And this could be the moment when this person is finally going to speak a truth that's been really hard for them to speak. I was mad at you. I wanted you to pay. I wanted you to be punished because my feelings were hurt. I felt like what I was giving wasn't enough. So I was like, well, F it. I'm going to go give it to somebody else. Thank you. And this could be the moment that that person comes in and says, I need to be honest with you about why I did what I did. Because I think this is someone who's realizing that doing things from a shady way is never going to get you a happily ever after. So if you're dating someone else to prove a point, it's like, okay, you're only hurting yourself. Like, what? Okay, this could again be the person that was like, well, I'm mad at you, so I'm gonna go and date everyone but you. But then that could have been the same person that, you know, after dating someone for 4 weeks or 4 months, they actually didn't like them. They just liked how they made them feel. And now this person could be coming back and being like, you know, nobody's ever made me feel the way you do. You're special to me, but I was really mad at you. That's the reason why I maybe wanted to stay in conflict, or it was hard for me to get out of conflict because my feelings were hurt. And now I desire to get over that. But this could be the moment where it's like, okay, it's refreshing to hear the truth, but just because you're hearing the truth doesn't mean that you desire this new beginning or that you even want this person. Maybe it's going to be nice for some of you to hear the accountability. Like, I'm glad you're taking accountability for what you've done. I no longer have any confusion here. Okay, you were mad at me. You wanted me to pay. Got it. That could be something that's taking place here. So you're about to get a truth because this is your justice. Whether or not you want it is going to be up to you. I do see that you're going to end up having to make a choice, okay? You're going to end up having to make a choice. Do I want to be a part of this or do I not? Do I want this person back or do I not? Do I see this truth as something where it's like, okay, we can get over this, we can turn this into something different? Or is this the moment where it's like, okay, thanks for the closure, but it's nothing more than that, it's closure. Okay, very interesting. Well, I'm actually going to leave this here, guys, okay? Absolutely. I'm going to leave this here. Have a blessed day.